get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Hey, kill.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now, this is just the 5th all-time meeting between the Texans and Saints here, taking place in Week 1. And they have split the previous 4 meetings. Of course, the Texans entering the league in 2002. But you would think that these two teams would have met more because the cities are only separated by 350 miles, I-10 connecting them. In fact, for New Orleans, Houston is the closest NFL city of any in the league. So it's kind of interesting that this is only the 5th time that they have met. The last time they got together, November of 2015, the Texans winning that one 24-6. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Ready?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Kill.
To throw is Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Third and
8.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
11.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Let's make these babies. 36. Check. Hey, high 7.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. To throw, it's Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn there to make the grab. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Will Lutz on for the point after. good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Texans first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Watson. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And he's taken down but able to slip. Across the 35.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Texans first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Under 10, under the core. Motion. Mark 22, Mark 24.
Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
55. Check 31. Check 24. Check 24.
Back to throw, Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Watson. Steps. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you've got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. A run. It's Murray. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Ready? Blue 80.
Good track.
13.
41 to Mike, 41 to Mike. Check 41. You better be afraid of me.
Brees going to try and throw on third down. And Ginn's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
His 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Drew Brees, his second touchdown pass here in the opening quarter of this game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
That's the 46-yard line. 41 Mike. Watch the out.
Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Brees. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little thread.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check curls. Alert flare.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Watch tight end.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Saints 14, Texans nothing.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check nickel.
Good. Like 4, ready. Easy, opposite.
From the gun, it's Brees. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 27, Watson. It's complete. Stills. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alex Anzalone. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting out.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Lutz with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Bring it. Mike.
Tonight.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He'll let it fly, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Motion, bump.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Single slot.
3rd down.
Hey, 50-man!
From the 50, it's Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. The first down carry here for Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. To throw is Watson. Going deep here for Stills. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. Trying to get it that time to Stills. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Ready? You ready?
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 41, Mike 41. Hey,
Yep. Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, 2nd best in the league, and they'll try it here.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Check, check, check.
55.
5-1.
Watch the flood, watch the flood.
Hey, exit.
Watch the flood, watch the flood.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this Texans defense stands tall. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
At their own 7-yard line.
11. 25. 2 kill. 23.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check pass. Check pass.
Watson now to throw. Look at the spin. Johnson's got it complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And an alley to run. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Get it.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And an alley to run. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, Don, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Running from the gun, Johnson. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Watson on 3rd down. Finds his target. It's Gates. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Houston.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. That's caught out wide by Stills. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Let's go one more.
Watson looks to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long.
And this is caught inside the 5.
We play to lose. Dead.
Again, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Watson. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Marcus Davenport, the first-rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown.
Touchdown, Houston.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Texans are able to make things a bit more respectable. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2.
Let's see what you got.
Watson. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Saints take over.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Double time. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Take 4.
On 2nd down, high. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Tight end left. 3 down.
Watson operating from the gun. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Gates with a grab. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First down, Texans.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got Fuller. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Duke Johnson there to make the grab. And the Texans get a bit closer. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Hey, 55! Mike 22, he's covering 22. On the ball. Mike 22, Mike 22. All day, pump.
To the air yet again, Watson. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Texans 16.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
We got this.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
41's the mic. Hey, let's get off the field. Sammy! Hey, wahoo!
Throwing now is Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Check! Buzz!
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And it's fielded at the 34. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Take it!
Throwing again is Watson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Anzalone bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now Watson under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On 4th down, Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season... I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Now Hill. Yeah, he'll find Hall. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that? He's got a man, complete. A huge play there for Houston, 47 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Watch the screen.
Back to throw, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was going for Gates, his tight end that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Let's go, defense.
To throw is Watson. To throw again. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Texans cut into that lead. A shotgun snap for Watson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
I got you, son.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
You can't block me.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hill. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And Thomas has it. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Saints. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Next to score, Saints 48, Texans 22.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Haywood.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Get it.
To throw again, Hill. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Breeze. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Thomas, the intended target.
Watch that in, that is right.
After the interception, here's Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Watson going to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And now here's another interception. Snags it for the pick.
Good stuff. Keep doing that.
Waiting. Check 50. Break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Now Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.